it shakes. The water is rising in the lakes. The clouds they gather, the winds tonight. I can feel it in the air, it's coming all right. Feel the thunder, but don't fear the night. Weather and wisdom is by your side. Rain and hail as it pierces the air, but don't forget to like and share. Say hello to David and Mark. Get ready, the show is about to start. Keeping you informed at every update so you can stay safe and feeling great. Feel the thunder, but don't fear the night. Weather and wisdom is by your side. Rain and hail as it pierces the air, but don't forget to like and share. Flash across the screen, nature's power in all its scenes. Updates flowing through the feed, bringing you the news you need. Feel the thunder, but don't fear the night. Weather and wisdom is by your side. Rain and hail as it pierces the air, but don't forget to like and share. To like and share. Say hello to David and Mark. Get ready, the show is about to start. Keeping you informed at every update so you can stay safe and feeling great. Feel the thunder, but don't fear the night. Weather and wisdom is by your side. And share. Storm warnings flash across the screen. Nature's power in all its scenes. Updates flowing through the feed, bringing you the news you need. Feel the thunder, but don't fear the night. Weather and wisdom is by your side. Rain and hail as it pierces the air, but don't forget to like and share.
I swear I love that song. Yeah, absolutely.
You
Absolutely.
can't help but tap your toes whenever you hear it going. I swear. But for those who've been asking, we're going to put a URL link or something up here to it. I gotta get John to help me with it. He says he sent it to me, and I see where he sent it, but it's not. I'll have to talk to him. But anyway, hey, there is Tammy Tatum's on. Says hello, Thunder Buddies. Terry Jones says hello all, and Dave, our good friend Dave, one of our moderators, says hello, Tammy, Dave, and Mark. And let's see here. Virginia Poland says hello, Thunder Buddies. Chris Meacham says afternoon, and Core, our good friend John says what's up. Let's see here. Debbie Saxon says, hello, everyone. Happy Mother's Day. Chris Meacham says, happy Mother's Day to all the moms on here. Jennifer Lewis, my good friend Jennifer, she says, howdy. And Jennifer, we got something in the bay here that we're going to have you work on for us. I think I talked to you about it. I'm looking forward to showing it to you and talking to you. Eric Brake, our good friend Eric, he's another one of our moderators, says, welcome, chat. And hello, David and Mark. And then Tara O'Hare says, yay. And then Jennifer Glover says, hello, happy Mother's Day. Brittany Overton, hello. Donna Lord says, hello, everyone. Happy Mother's Day to those who are moms. And Lisa Murray says, hi, all. Happy Mother's Day to all you moms out there. And Tara O'Hare says, hi, all my Thunder Buddies. And we are all Thunder Buddies. And there's Stephanie, Boston, Kentucky girl. That's a good song. Hey, guys. And yeah, I'm going to get you that song. I promise you, Stephanie. I'm working on it. I haven't forgotten it, and I was hoping to have it today, but it's going to be when I see John again from Core, and we'll get it all taken care of. There's Jesse Reese coming to us over on the Facebook Weather and Wisdom page. Says, hey, friend, and Chris Meacham. What about those earthquakes in Kentucky and Tennessee last couple of days? Well, they are something to be a little bit concerned about. We'll talk more about that in a future post. Right now, there doesn't appear to be any imminent danger, but I don't know. That's we live right here on the New Madrid seismic zone, and we'll see. Stephanie Boston, Kentucky girl says, happy Mother's Day to all moms. Eric Brake says, share and like that stream. Yeah, come on, guys. Share and like it. There's Linda McArris says, let the thunder roll. And Stephanie says, awesome. Well, as we look at the radar, we've got an active radar right now. This just cropped up the last, maybe an hour?
About an hour or so, yeah. These are more like afternoon thunderstorms, and they're moving in an unusual direction.
Moving northwest, right?
Yes.
That would be because of that low down in the Gulf. The cutoff low actually is starting to move northward now, and this is going to continue to expand. But this is circulation. Remember, lows move counterclockwise, a rotation, and so that's why they're moving in that direction. So hopefully you learned a little something out there, guys. Yeah, we'll talk about those earthquakes. I know there's some interest in it, and I've got some information and stuff. I'm more concerned about what's going on in the floor of the Mississippi River. They're sitting there getting cracks in it. So, yeah, we'll see. I don't know. That still may not be anything, but you need to be prepared, and we'll talk more about that in the future. Of course, says, I didn't order any storm.
Well, this is a free sample.
Yeah, this right. That's what this is. So, Mark, let's go ahead and tell them what we can expect for the rest of today and might as well tell them what's coming up the whole week, really.
Right. Well, it's been just a gorgeous day in most places, but then these storms started to pop up down the Nashville area and out to western Tennessee. They may get some of the counties west of the lakes over in western Kentucky as well. But for the most part, we're just going to be in the upper 70s, close to 80 degrees in most areas, maybe a little bit over 80 in a few. They're calling for a 10% chance of rain here, but I'm sure it's probably around a 30% chance over in Tennessee and the areas that are getting these pop up.
Yeah, if you're under them, it's a 100% chance.
Yes, exactly. Tonight is about an 80% chance of showers in the overnight hours, and then Monday, 80%, and then down to 60% chance of thunderstorms in the afternoon. Monday night, showers likely. Tuesday, again, chance of showers and thunderstorms, about a 70% chance, and then we start coming out from under the rain a little bit. will be gradually, we'll probably staying in the upper 70s for a couple of days. And then by Wednesday, we start to warm up into the 80s. And by Thursday, we're going to be close to 90 degrees in the area. So that's getting pretty warm. And then toward the weekend, we start to see another system develop, move our direction. And that's when we see our potential for severe weather.
Yep. That would be a cold front approaching in that time frame. It looks to me like, now I know they're saying Thursday and Friday, but it looks to me like Friday's the magic day. That's when the cold front starts coming in. Now there's some I don't know.
Uncertainty.
Yeah, uncertainty. I guess is what I'm looking for. But and here's what some of it is. Number one, we know the instability is going to be there. The dew points are going to be in the 70s. That is just absolute. That's a little frightening. But we do know that there will be a cap over us, and it'll be a strong cap. Everybody knows that a cap is something that will prevent the storms from developing. So. Will it be strong enough to break the cap? Well, at some point, probably, but by that time, when will the cold front come through? If it comes in during the day, then severe is going to be likely. If it comes in overnight, then yeah, it's going to be not near as bad. So many things and so much stuff to look at. So don't get too panicky over that by the end of the week. We're just going to watch it and see what happens. And of course, we've got several more updates we'll do. Let's see here. I'm looking at the chat on here. Chris says I can use a free truck wash. Also, I like the link for the song when y'all can. I love it just like I love my Spotter and Thunder buddies. And Tara O'Hare says, love you too. I wonder if they know each other. I think they do. I don't know. But anyway. See, of course, says I prefer a fedora, but I guess a cap will do. Well, yeah. So it's going to be interesting. Like I said, the month of May, we're actually entering the peak tornado season this week. This is when the start of the peak season. And that's not to be confused with the severe season, because it is part of the severe season, but it's the peak season for tornadoes. So, in May 26th is generally, historically speaking, the day that has the most tornadoes reported. Which was an interesting fact. I didn't know that till I researched it and saw it. I said, hey, wait a minute, okay. So there's a friend, Ruth Cornelius. Go ahead.
I said, of course, that's nationwide, and there are other areas of the country outside of here that are under the gun for severe weather, just not us this time.
Right. Now, the other thing that we may or may not have to look forward to is a heat ridge developing, and it does look like one is a heat ridge. What in the world? Tara, I don't know who you're talking about. You've got me all messed up here. She says, I'm seeing Brandon on Tuesday. I'm not sure who she's talking about there, but anyway.
I suspect that could be a wrong chat.
Yeah, it could be. So, Tara, I don't know if you're on the wrong chat. Just take care. I don't want to have my moderators throw you off if you're on the right chat, but anyway. So anyway, if that heat ridge develops, it does look like it'd be in Texas up to Kansas, and so where the temperature is going to be very, very hot. And then I think that heat ridge would expand. Oh, Brandon Kopic. Okay, thank you, Tara. I'm glad to hear that. I do want to chat with you when we get a chance. We need to talk to him. Yeah, thank you, Tara, for clearing that up. I really, really appreciate that. What was I going to say? I forgot what I was saying.
You derailed his train of thought.
Yeah, see what you did to me, Tara. You derailed me. But, if you can, we've got an email attached to this page. If you would email me a way to reach him, and I will get in touch with him. We do need to talk with him. We've got some stuff that he might be interested in. So anyway, thank you, Tara, so much. And you're welcome on here anytime you want to be on here. So thank you. Okay, let's see here. The heat ridge. There are signs that heat ridge will expand eastward over to Florida if it links up with the Bermuda High. And everybody knows what the Bermuda High does. It's always hot and sticky and all that kind of stuff. It's the hazy, hot, and humid days usually comes from the Bermuda High, and that's because it's usually centered around Bermuda. But right now, it does look like our part of the country is far enough north we may actually avoid some of that. Plus, Mark, I think we're going to be in close, bigger danger for tropical systems then, don't you?
Probably so. They keep hinting about one possibly forming down in the very southern parts just off the coast of Panama, but they can't decide whether it's going to be on the Atlantic or the Pacific side.
Well, we'll see. I mean, I know that the waters are getting pretty close to the right temperature for it, so we'll see what happens. There's our friend Ruth Cornelia. She says San Antonio area is going to be in the hundreds this week. Well, I don't blame you, Ruth. See, you ought to just go on and move back over this way. Leo says, great show. Keep up the amazing work. Be safe, my friends. God bless all from Lovelessville, Kentucky. And, okay, Dave is giving you the email, Tara. If you're still on, he's giving you the email address. If you could email me his contact information, and, of course, I'll respond with mine back. And but we do need a chat with him that I think will be very interesting. And I wish I could tell everybody what we're getting ready to unveil. I think that you're all going to be happy with it. I'm not quite ready to say what it is, but I can tell you it's going to be weather related, and you guys are going to go crazy over it. I can tell you right now, it's something we've been working on for a while, but we've been having to write code. Our good friend Sealcore has been writing the code. He's working on it even as we speak. And so from what he's telling me, he's now got the final version, and it's going to be crazy. Leo says, great show. Keep up the amazing work. Be safe, my friends. God bless all from Lovelessville, Kentucky. Leo, we always love to see you on here, and thank you for those comments. These storms that are developing, Mark, are not going to be severe, it doesn't appear, right? They're just going to be maybe.
No, we're not looking.
Maybe
Yeah, we're not looking for anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be on a strong side, but I don't think it's going to be anything to be too worried about. And they're
Right.
not moving particularly fast. It does look like over around Mayfield, they might get in on some of the action. Southern Graves County and part of Hickman and back that way. But anyway, the other thing I wanted to show you guys is obviously with the severe weather coming, you guys need to get your storm shelter. And I'm going to be pushing this because those guys, I believe in their product. And see, of course, says it's only a couple of 100 pages of code.
Only.
Yeah, Dave is laughing at him. So anyway, but if anybody can do it, John, I know you can. And there's Mary Vorvers on. She says, hello, David, Mark, and everyone. I'm glad to see you guys. All of you are just, we've been good friends. We've stuck together through thick and thin. And it's just nice to come on and visit with you guys on Mother's Day. Unfortunately, my mom's no longer with me, but it hurts like the dickens to even, go through a day like this. But it's all right. We're going to be okay because I've got good friends here with me to keep me cheered. But we were talking about storm shelters. And, I'm going to have to tell you guys, I'm going to show you this commercial on a storm shelter. You bad need to consider getting one because you're going to love it. And these guys are the best there are about it. So take a look at this.
It's the middle of the night and tornadic storms are approaching. The nearest public shelter is miles away and they don't allow pets. You should have purchased a Mid-South storm shelter. Mid-South storm shelters offer you the security of having your own shelter at your doorstep. These sturdy and roomy shelters come in below ground or above ground styles. Both styles accommodate 10 people comfortably and will give you peace of mind anytime severe weather threatens. When the weather gets severe, have no fear with a Mid-South storm shelter. Call today at 270-725-6020. Mention the promo code Weather and Wisdom and you will get $200 off. Financing is available.
And you guys got to take advantage of that because that promo code won't stay on forever. But those boys, I tell you what, they are so busy. They're having a hard time keeping up with demand. That's because they got quality product. And I tell you, somebody else got quality product, and that's Michael Vance Contract and Roofing. I mean, that boy knows more than I ever thought about knowing about roofing. He is an expert, whether it be commercial or residential. If you got a roofing issue, you need to give Michael a call because he will definitely help you out. Tell you what you need to do. Reach him at 270-707-ROOF. It's 270-707-ROOF. He's got teams ready to go. If you've got a roofing issue, you give him a call and he will get you taken care of. He also owns one of my favorite places, Lakeside Campground Marina. Whoo, that's a beautiful place to go. There's a website. Visit lakesidecampground.com. Go in there and take a look around at that place because you'll need to reserve your spot because they fill up quick this time of year. And then, let's see here. We can't forget our good friend Katie Moyer. I'm going to show her fish attractant stuff this time because that is getting to be a big thing. A lot of people starting to fish. Take a look at this. If you want to give yourself an edge in catching fish, you have to try Kentucky Hemp Works Fish Attractant. It is so easy to use, even a child can do it. A drop or two on your bait will yield amazing results. Make your fishing trip memorable. Catch lots of fish with Kentucky Hemp Works Fishing Attractant. Look for it in our online store at dpww.shop. Supplies are going fast, so place your order today. And of course, you can find Kentucky Hemp Works product on our online store, dpww.shop. And also for any apparel like shirts and jackets, hoodies, and all kinds of stuff, look at the link to shopweatherandwisdom.com. It is absolutely, we've got so much stuff on there. And I just had me a shirt made that had, let's see here, feel the thunder, but don't fear the night on the back of it. I love it. Absolutely love it. That's part of one of the phrases from our song. There's Daryl Bass. He says, sorry, came in late. Happy Mother's Day, folks. What's going on with future weather? Daryl, you better get up here and join us. We're getting some severe weather maybe by the end of the week. We're going to need all hands on deck. So bring your wife, Carla, and you guys come on up here and join us. And I think you will absolutely find a home here. Most people really do, especially if you have a fear of storms. You come here and you definitely won't, well, I won't say you won't fear them, but your anxiousness over the storms will not be nearly as bad as they are, say right now. Let's see. Ruth Cornelius says, mine lives 3.5 hours away. I miss hugging on her, but I will be seeing her at the end of the month for MT birthday weekend. I'm not sure what MT stands for, but I'll believe you.
My birthday weekend.
No, it says, okay, maybe it is my birthday weekend. Okay. Excuse me. You know what I did this morning that I hated to do?
Outside of get out of bed?
Yeah, I hated that too. I had to mow my yard. And I mean, the weed eating. I hate this time of year because I hate mowing. I hate bugs. I hate the insects. I hate the weeds. I'm not a fan of spring and summer. I'm a fan of fall and winter. So anyway, I guess I've got to live with it. But let's see. Let's take a little camera tour. You want to?
Yeah. And yeah, just a second. And Daryl, in a quick synopsis, we're going to have a wet start to the week, warming up through the middle of the week. And then by the weekend, we'll have 1 or 2 really warm days, close to 90, and the potential for severe weather comes in those couple of days as well.
Okay. And that's true. It's going to be interesting to see what happens at the end of the week. So we're going to keep an eye on it for you. We do have a couple of new cameras around. I want to show one out here at Dale Hollow Lake. Now, Linda McGarrath, you're on here. I know you're going to love this shot. This is absolutely beautiful. This is from a fire tower, which we've got another fire tower on around Irwin, Tennessee, but this is one near Dale Hollow Lake. And I can see why. They've got a lot of forested area, so they're keeping an eye out for any forest fires and stuff. But that's Dale Hollow Lake. It goes all the way back around. That is a gorgeous place. It really is. I've been there and fished in it. They have a trout stream there close by somewhere too. So anyway, Rick Houchin says, never cared for summer myself unless I can enjoy a pool. Yeah, I go along with that. But anyway, I want to show you guys that. It's a new camera. So that was very interesting. 78 degrees there. So it's pretty warm all around the area. Let's see here. Yeah, Donald Lord says, learning about the weather will make you understand it, and you might not be as fearful of it. And I agree with her. While we're over here talking about fire towers, let's take a look at this one over here in Pinnacle Tower at Irving, Tennessee. Another beautiful shot. This is near Irving. Irving's off to the right here. If the camera were angled that way, you'd be able to see it. But, man, that's a beautiful shot of the mountains. And look at those clouds hitting the top of it right there. So that's kind of neat. Might even be a little shower off over there somewhere, but yeah, they're up there looking. At one time we saw one of the forest rangers, because they had the camera at a different angle. We could see the ledge that the forest ranger stands on. You know, a typical forest ranger style. It has the khaki shorts and the khaki shirt with the little hat on that looks like Smokey the Bear's hat. Anyway, I just talking, but. Anyway, let's get off of that and let's take a look at Hopkinsville. This is southwestern Hopkinsville, and you can see it's a nice afternoon, kind of quiet. Wind's picking up just a little, but mostly, well, partly sunny sky. Let's see, this would be partly sunny. And so there's more clouds than sun whenever you see partly sunny, right? Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
And if it's partly cloudy, there's more sun than clouds. Uh-oh. See, of course, says, no, not Niagara Falls. Oh, my goodness. We're going to have to look at Niagara Falls here in a minute. Let's go ahead and look at some of these other cameras, though. I want to look at Lake Barkley Marina. And there it is. I forgot. Hey, John, we're going to have to do something about this ad thing. We forgot to change this one. But anyway, let's go on to Lakeside Campground Marina. There it is. That's the Lakeside Campground Marina, 80 degrees right there on beautiful Kentucky Lake, right there at Jonathan Creek. And you definitely need to go there and see this place. Go to the website there, visit it, and you will get a good tour. That's a beautiful place to fish and to just enjoy relaxing a little bit. Let's see here. Let's see. Eric says, Trish Horn, the week will start out wet with heat increasing later in the week. Severe chances possible at the end of the week. Thanks, Eric. That's pretty much correct. That's
Yeah.
That's a good, quick way of
Right
doing
on the
it.
money.
Yeah. So thank you for taking care of that, Trish. I hope that worked for you. Let's see here. Yeah, see, of course, says we'll get to that next time he comes in. Let's go ahead and look at the next camera. This would be at I-24 and 6880 at Trigg County, from top of the WKDZ studios. And our thanks to them for allowing us to show these traffic cams and weather cams and get a chance to see the kind of weather that's going on there. And let's see about downtown Katie's. And there it is. Beautiful shot. As you can see, the wind has picked up a little bit there. And but that is I like Katie's. It's a beautiful little city, you know. It's really nice.
Mm-hmm.
And it's close to the lake and all kinds of stuff. Now, let me go back here. See if I can get the next one. We need to look at, but I got to go back here. And let's take you to Chrome. There is the, let me find it over here. I got to get this stuff all straightened up here because it always tries to mess me up. There we go. So this is exit 4 in Clarksville, 524, and you look up here to the right would be Sam's Club. To the left is Cracker Barrel, so you can see kind of where you are. This is where you get on going north on I-24. And let me see here. Then let's go ahead and look at the other end. This would be looking up towards the mall, and there it is up that way. And you can see traffic's fairly heavy. I guess folks are taking their mothers out for dinner, and there's the restaurant there seems to be fairly full. So these are nice cameras. I like looking at these. And then let's look at Riverside Drive. There it is. Again, you can see traffic's a little bit heavy coming out of, I think that's downtown Clarksville. Or maybe you turn right and go to Clark. I mean, turn left if you're in coming off here. So, but anyway, I thought they were really nice. Let's see here. Let's take a look at. Cincinnati has gone out on us again. All right, let's go to Houston. How about Houston? There we go. Houston is looking good. They've moved the camera a little bit more to the right. So you can see a little bit busy out that way. Let me see if I can change this a little bit. That does not help a whole lot, so never mind. And Kansas City, where's my good friend Tracy Runyon? She's supposed to be down here at this pool, this fountain, jumping up, down, and waving. And I have yet to see her do that. So we're going to have to get her back on here and coordinate with her. She hadn't been on the last day or two, but anyway.
Yeah.
And then the one that we've all been waiting for, the one, the only. Here it comes. Are you ready for this? Here it comes. Niagara Falls. Okay, well, anyway, I guess if you don't, you have to go on YouTube and look up that Three Stooges clip with Niagara Falls, and then you'll know what we're all joking about when we say that. It's a skit that they do. It's pretty funny, but it's always about Niagara Falls. So he says, see, of course, says, hey, he isn't saying it. Isn't saying what? Slowly I turned, step by step, inch by inch, something like that.
Yeah. Something along those lines.
Wait a minute here. I'm trying to push the wrong button. Here we go. No, where is it? There we go. Now that looks better. Yeah, I wish I could figure exactly where we're looking at here. I'm going to have to look up the map.
Yeah, that is Horseshoe Falls, which is on the Canadian side. The island on the left there, the shore you see on the left there is Goat Island. And then the American Falls are on to the left of there.
Oh, so there's more falls than this one, huh?
Uh-huh.
Goat Island?
Goat Island.
Okay. That's what this is right here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, it didn't look like an island to me. Let me see if I can widen this out.
Well, you can't see the left side of it, but yeah, there's the American Falls are on that side, and right at the edge of it is Bridal Veil Falls.
Yeah. See, of course, that's your thing, Mark. You got to say it.
What? Slowly I turn, step by step, inch by inch.
Yeah. That's it. Let's see here. Ruth Cornelius says, every time you show Niagara Falls, the mist and rainbow are in different places. That's because it's a different time of day. Uh-oh, we got a boat coming in. Gonna run into the falls.
Yeah. There's the Maid of the Mist making her way in.
Don Lord says the best view of the falls is from the Canadian side. Well, I wouldn't know since I've never been there. But
yeah, from the American side, you see the top of the falls. From the Canadian side, you can see the falls, the whole thing.
I wonder if this is a tower that this camera's on or what it is.
Yeah, there is a bridge up past on the American side that goes across that you can actually walk across into Canada.
Really?
And go over and see it from that side.
Looks like they're trying to get right up in that rainbow. Maybe they can get that gold that's up in there.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Don Lord says, yes, I have been there years ago. Well, Daryl Bass says, Rainbow Bridge. That's interesting. But yeah, it looks like we've got a lot of folks down here. I mean, must be a really regular tourist spot because there's people lined up all along here. Look at that.
It is. It's probably the biggest tourist trap I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. Well, it'd be interesting. Boy, they're going to go right up into that falls, aren't they?
Yeah, they do.
They're almost right to the rainbow.
I'm not sure because when we were up there, all you needed was a driver's license. But things have changed since then. That's been several years ago.
Mary Vorvis says, I love Maid of the Mist. Yes, Canadian side is better. And Eric Brake says they have to wash the boat somehow. Okay, that makes sense. We have a weather question. Benjamin Michael. Hey, guys, any severe or troublesome weather today? Not for us. Let me get out of this, and we're going to go
No.
back to
If you're over in on the Tennessee side of the border, over in the western part and from Nashville, there are some isolated thunderstorms that have popped up, but they're not severe. They're more like afternoon stuff. They are moving to the northwest, which is an unusual direction. But if you're anywhere along that area, you're probably going to get a little rain. And then as the night goes on and we get into tomorrow, everybody's probably going to get some at one time or another.
yeah, it's looking like a pretty active weather pattern coming into the week. Seemed like there was something else I wanted to look at here. Storm Prediction Center really has a slight risk, but it's in day 5 and it's off to our north. But I do expect that to expand downward a little bit. I wanted to see if I could find. I haven't seen. Oh shoot, Zoom Earth, is that the one I used to watch?
Yes.
Okay,
We haven't looked at that one for a while.
no, but you know what? We're going to right about now. This is
Yay, there we go.
this is where you can see. I'm going to put this in motion. You can see this low right here, and that's why you see these storms moving from the southwest to north. I mean southeast to northwest. You see the spin, and it's rotating around that way. And so this low is centered, looks like just south of Jackson, Mississippi. And but this is expected to move northward and bring us that that rain we're talking about tonight. And it could be significant rain, quite a bit. Pull in a little closer so you can see it. And yeah, you can see it clearly rotating, but it's a cutoff low, which means it's cut off from the main jet stream, so it's going to move pretty slow. Let me back out a little bit. I could go up here. Where is Niagara Falls? I don't know.
New York at the end of the lake there.
Which one?
Not that one. That one.
Okay.
Buffalo, New York. It's the end of Lake Erie.
I didn't know Buffalo was there. Well, I'm not going to worry about it right now. We'll look at it another time when I've got more time. The other thing I want to show you guys is this right here is going to be another cutoff low. It's going to get over here, come on shore, and it's going to cut off right here, somewhere in this area, and then it's going to do the same thing this one's done.
And in front of that is where our heat ridge is going to build.
Yeah. Let's see here. Andrea Cook is on. She says, "What's up with the weather? I just got on." Benjamin Michael says, "Thanks. Nobody really talked much about today. End of week looks favorable." Yes, that's true. Yeah, today doesn't look like it's going to be a severe event. It is one of those times where some storms pop up in the heat of the day, and we are starting to see that kind of stuff. Look at the wind patterns here. There's the Aleutian low, Mark. Look at that, still in place.
Yeah.
Here's
and there's that low that's going to become that cutoff. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, we've got several. This thing here has been persistent too over a long period of time. These are what we're looking at as wind currents. So anyway, Dave, Don Lord says, "Dave, when I saw the falls, no passport was needed. However, that was a long time ago, so I don't know about now." Dave says, "Yes, if you're an American citizen and wish to cross over the Canadian side of the Niagara River, you're required to show your passport at the border crossing. Times have changed. I would imagine they have." Again, we can see this cutoff low, but it's not moving real fast, so therefore there's not a lot of wind fields with it. You can see it, though. You can see the rotation around it. Let me look at the temperature. I don't see any cool air. Well, yeah, some up this way, 53, 28. Yeah, still below freezing up here. Hudson Bay is 35. Let's see what Greenland is, 14. Yeah, Greenland still got below zero temperatures, but we won't worry about that because we're nowhere near that. But we still got some of these little cool pockets around right here and here. This is from where the polar vortex collapsed, and now that stuff is still there. But anyway, let me see what else. Let's see if we can get. That's the radar. Let's look at precip. Put this in motion. Yeah, you can see these showers breaking out. So anyway, I thought you guys would like to see this. This is a good satellite image, and I really enjoy looking at it. But anyway, it's time to go back to our radar. And the thing that we want to watch, again, these are not really doing anything much. They're still kind of scattered. More little showers are popping up. But again, nothing really to be worried about. But it all looks okay there. The bigger storms are coming later on tonight. After 10 o'clock, we'll start seeing rain overspread our part of the country. It doesn't appear that any of this is going to be severe. It's mainly just might hear some claps of thunder, but it doesn't appear to be. It's going to sound worse than what it actually is. Let me look at a radar down here a little closer. I've got one somewhere. Here's one. So you can see this is what's moving up that will come our way. This is a little bit stronger, but it won't be near as strong tonight as it comes in. In fact, I'll put this in motion. We'll see what this is doing. And you can see this is moving a little bit more north, but this is all moving off to the northwest. So that's because the low is somewhere. The actual low is around, well, I'll tell you what, let me hit this one. The low should be somewhere in this vicinity right here, the actual center of it. So well, that shows it right there. But this shows you kind of like a front. This is a like it looks like it's an included warm front, Mark. That's what's causing the showers to break out some down here. Yeah. So anyway, let me get back to our radar up this way. And again, you can tell by the length of these storm tracks, they're not moving real fast, but they're not really slow either. So you may get into some brief heavy rain, especially over around Graves County, bound further west towards the Mississippi River. Don't see us getting much here anytime soon. So there we go. Okay, Mark, it looks like we have been on about 43 minutes, which is 43 minutes longer than I was going to. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I'm going to say we're pretty well done. I've told everybody everything I think that they need to know, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it. And I hope that you will consider subscribing to this channel if you haven't already. Dave says it's food time. I tend to agree. I'm kind of getting hungry. So.
Yep.
And besides that, our skies are getting cloudier. I still got a little more mowing to do. I got to do. So anyway, I guess we'll go ahead and close out. So, Mark, do you have any last words you want to say to the friends out here?
Mm-hmm. Everyone have a happy Mother's Day, and a special happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Try to stay dry the first part of the week, and we will see you Wednesday.
Yep. Be back on Wednesday. I'll probably do a Facebook update tomorrow, but and even Tuesday, we'll see. But and that's pending on the weather. If the weather gets to the point we need to, we'll actually update before Wednesday. But anyway, just letting you guys know. So Ruth Cornelia says, have a great rest of the day and evening. Same to you, Ruth. And Stephanie Boston, Kentucky girl says, thank you guys so much. Love you, Stephanie. Love all of you. Thank you very much. See you later. See you, Cora. We'll be talking to you very soon. And if I don't see you here, I'll see you here.
Bye, everyone.
watching our show. We've had such fun, but now must go. Every moment's been a delight. Until next time we say goodnight. Feel the thunder, but don't fear the night. Weather and wisdom is by your side. Rain and hail as it pierces the air. But don't forget to like and share. Across the screen, nature's power in all it seems. Updates flowing through the feed, bringing you the news you need. Feel the thunder, but don't fear the night. Weather and wisdom is by your side.